High school. He was a wrestler. He received a lot of accolades from the city. In fact, he received $2,500 in scholarship, we're told, from when he was graduating from high school. It appears as if he may have been a student in Boston. His brother, Tamerlan, who's 26, and who was killed this evening, he was a student on and off from 2006 to 2008 at various community colleges, it appears, from research that we've done.
There's another ball right there.
But again, it's not clear when did they get radicalized. Certainly interesting that their heritage.
Wow, that was a good one.
It doesn't completely make sense in terms of why one would want to attack the United States. Chechens typically have Russia as their principal enemy. And as Brian Kilmeade was reporting earlier, the older brother, the 26-year-old Tamerlan, was a boxer and wanted to be an Olympic boxer and even wanted to serve on the U.S. Olympic team. So something doesn't quite add up unless all these things were done to look like your typical American high school, college student who wanted to fight in the Olympics for the U.S. and maybe they thought that's why they could walk around Boston just hours after the attack and remain days after the attack so close to the scene of the attack.
Yeah, Jennifer,
She's trying to look down at it and it's hitting her in the head.
Seen that morning on that video, and as has been pointed out many times, very little attempt to disguise themselves. Especially the younger brother, Jokar. His face is very clearly seen on the picture that everybody's looking at right now. And you know, obviously,
wow,
there's so much more to this story.
Good job. Good job, honey.
Whether or not anybody else in their family was aware of what they were up to, when you look and scan for their names on social media, there are a number of people in the Cambridge area who share their last name. Whether or not they're related, we don't know at this point, but no doubt the police will be wanting to speak to them as well. And really one of the biggest question that remains right now is, where is Jokar? Is he alive or not? Is he planning or part of any potential second wave? Because we do know that they threw explosives out the window last night as they were being chased by police, that there was shrapnel found in the body of the older brother Tamerlan when he went to the hospital. And ask yourself, this younger brother, what's going through his mind if indeed he was the older brother was the leader in all of this, now that he is out there on his own.
Well, it's interesting, Martha, because we also heard reports through the police that there were signs of either some sign that there were
Hey, Papa,
pressure cooker at
what's going on in the news right now?
Tamerlan was killed. So does that mean that he was carrying a pressure cooker bomb?
This was the week of the marathon bombing in Boston.
Yep.
And they're now catching the terrorists that did it. One's dead, one's on the run.
One's dead, yay!
Into the idea that these two brothers may have been trained militarily overseas, suggesting that they may have gone somewhere to some of the known sort of war zones for training. And
this is history, Kairi.
I think that will help us to understand, because on the one hand, yes, they were able to, anyone could go on the internet and pretty much build those pressure cooker bombs that they put together. But the way they behaved tonight with the kind of armaments that they had